Okay.
Monty G's just the opposite. He operates and that.
Uh-huh.
And Charlie installs and repairs, whatever that is. I don't know. And
well, I'm not sure exactly what. Wally's an industrial engineer, and he works with computers, but I'm not. You know, he covers a lot of ground. I don't know exactly what.
He covers an awful lot of ground.
Yeah.
He's an environmental expert. He still flies all over the place.
I don't think he's flying quite as much as he was. He didn't like that too well anyway.
No.
I don't think any of us were that thrilled with planes. I'm starting to like them.
No.
I guess the more you do something, the more you feel comfortable.
I didn't mind it. It's not the fear of flying. It's a fear of height. If I'm not sitting where I can look down.
When you look down?
I tell you, that flight they brought us back at night, and that puddle jumper from Baltimore when I had to go down there and testify in court.
You thought you had to...
I wish, Dr. Sadabanez still laughs. He had to climb up on the wing. It carried 5 passengers and a pilot. And he looked like he's going to have a heart attack. He's an old fella. And he'd flown in from Benedum. And he still laughs about, I kept saying, I'm not going. I'm not getting in that thing. He kept saying, get in there, Ruth. Get in there, Ruth. So the boys are already in, and so was Sherry. So I'm climbing up on the thing, and he's behind me shoving me. He still laughs about it.
That was Sadabanez was shoving you?
Yeah. He's giving out a little lead.
Yeah.
So,
you mean Scott and Clint just got right in, huh? They didn't have any second thoughts?
They stepped back, and then Sherry and I. But there was no place to look but down.
I know.
I read one book all the way and you look, well, I thought the pilot was going to sleep. There he goes. And I was reading up, I thought, my God, I hope if he has a heart attack, because they have to take this plane down, because I can't.
Did they just one pilot? They didn't have two pilots?
Just one pilot.
Yeah. Well, we went up to Anchorage, Alaska. We went up in a little 4-seater plane, flying all over those glaciers and mountains up there, and that was an experience I won't forget.
Well, the worst of it was coming into Benedict. I thought, oh my God, if I ever get back on the ground for this, I'll never get off again. So we're all...
It's red? That's okay. It probably... It looks like it's recording.
Want to make white balance?
No, you can't do that right now, so you have to shine on something white. I think it's recording. Is the record button flashing?
Yeah, record's on.
Okay. See, when you white balance it, you have to shine it on something white when you do it. We can get up here and do it on one of the tombstones, but it'll still film and look okay. Here we are again, Georgie, back at the cemetery. Hopefully the battery won't die this time. Whoops. This will take a different direction.
There's a car out there.
I think this is one of the prettiest cemeteries around. There's this old tombstone up here on the hill that has this neat epitaph. We should try to film it if we can find it. Well, whoever's cutting the graphic here is doing a fantastic job now. Look how well they've turned around the tombstones. Probably using little weed eaters. It's clearing up some, not quite as dark. It's been raining here for the last couple days.
It's gonna be dark on film, I think.
No, actually, it'll turn out about the brightness that it is here. When you're looking through the camera, it looks darker then. It also looks fuzzy. It's amazing how good it looks when you... Near Mom and Papa's gravesite. Scotty had to help me find where it was. These 4 pine trees here. It's what Uncle Gene planted when we were just little kids. You see they've grown quite a bit. That one has poison ivy in it, I think. We'll walk on up. You can turn it off, Scott, while you walk Mamaw's grave. There's Georgia Wright. I'm pretty sure Mammal's middle name was Anna. That's where you got Georgiana. Oh, no, we'll have to ask Mom. 1881 to 1973. And then here's Papa Wright. This is William C. Wright, Private COD, 1st Regiment, West Virginia Infantry, Spanish-American War. Born August 1st, 1877. Papa was, do you know you're named after Papa and his birthday's in August too? Didn't realize that, Scotty. Died June 28th, 1956. And there's Uncle Paul Wright. And that's for Squires Louise Wright over there. Paul was the oldest. And then behind us is our great-grandparents, Mamaw's mother and father, M. Weaver and Mary A. Weaver. Wonder what the M stands for. I'd like to find out.
I don't know.
1848 to 1928 for Henry Weaver and 1845 to 1920 for Mary Weaver. Peaceful. Seems like an appropriate place for a graveyard. Tell Georgie what you're zooming in on now.
City of Grafton.
In all its glory. I can't make anything out from this angle. Oh, yes I can. That's the new bridge they're building. Right? Right down the center. New Southside Bridge. Okay. And the Garden Fresh, which is no more called the Garden Fresh. What is it?
The great-grandparents?
Uh-huh. Didn't you know that?
Why are they Weaver?
That was Mamaw's mother and father. She was a Weaver before she married Papa. And supposedly Papa Wright was adopted, and his name was Walton, his real name. But he took on his adoptive parents' name, which was Wright. So we're really not related to any, distant Wrights. We're related to Waltons.
Hi, Georgie.
Yeah, say something to Mike, too.
Hi, Mike. Hi, John.
And John.
What's the red light for, flashing on?
That means we're recording. You film real good. You remember it.
Mm-hmm.
You can roll the window down if you want to stop.
Wait a minute. Something wrong. Justin, where you went to school?
Not to make it too bumpy, get a front view. There's the sister's old home. There's the church. I'm sure you remember it well, too. Well, it's only the junior high. That's right. They took the grade school out and they built the middle school.
Yep.
And up here to the left is old Aunt May and Uncle Elmer's house. They're no longer living. You give Georgie a little monologue because you know more about what's happening downtown.
Downtown Grafton. I don't know what's happening down here.
Well, I mean, things have changed.
Nothing's changed, really. It's past the compact. There's the post office.
That's a fine old building.
They're going to build a new one.
They are? You're kidding.
Nope.
Where?
A new post office.
But that's such a neat old building. They could never duplicate that.
It's new traffic lights they put up.
Oh, yeah, sure. I remember that. Basically, it looks the same.
Nothing's changed.
There's lots of old buildings.
A gas station went out of business. It's a new courthouse annex.
There's an old church over here, all these old stained glass windows. First Baptist Church. farm down. It's that longest straight hill.
It's on down.
It's got all the stores that pretty much gone out of business. The old stores.
Yeah.
Like Malone's Drug, I don't know if they still have the pharmacy part open. Their deli bars closed. Here's the Mother's Day shrine here to the left, church. The old Dana Theater, right? Green Pizza Parlor. Let's go across this bridge and get a shot at the trains. I guess we got that from up above, didn't we? In our heads.
New bridge they're building in Georgia.
We should have gotten the old one on. But look at those people in the boat right up there to the dam. What kind of dangerous are the water should be like? Here we are at Parkview, Georgia, at the base of the dam. Kind of overgrown. And we're up on top of the dam. So you can hear the rushing water. Remember that time that we hiked up Maple Avenue and up to the right side of the dam there and trying to make it to West Hill? I think we spent about 6-7 hours to circle back and finally make it home. We never did get to West Hill, but it was fun anyway. Okay. Maybe that's inside the eyepiece when you look at it. If you don't see it, you know it's not recording.
It's on.
Yeah, okay. In 1938, public flood control and water conservation. 91,920 feet pipe. Uncle Mo's worked on this dam. Depression. I think it took him like 6, 7, 8 years to build. I guess you missed all the green, lush trees, Georgie, out in Texas, but you know, the mountains and their own sort of beauty too. A lot of wide open space. It's awfully small to me now.
Chicago gets its first enthusiastic look at cestas and floros of fast.
We used to play volleyball right here, next to this old house in the garage. Oh, they tore that old house down.
Chris's old house.
Yeah, but it used to be Here's Chris's house. Used to be our old house when it was blue when we lived in it.
The 10 lighters.
It's Henlighters now.
The pool.
And then, yeah, there's the original Henlighters house. And here's Mama and Papa's old house. Boy, it looks a wreck now, doesn't it? Man, it was a nice place in its day. But even the little pine trees look kind of sick. Oh, look, the garden's all done up. Hi.
They tore our pine trees down, Georgie.
Yeah.
Cut them all or...
241 Ross Street. Can you come past me and get the yard shot? Yeah, this used to be a really pretty place. Even part of the walls falling down.
They tore Mike's pine tree down.
Uh-huh.
That's where it used to be.
Hi.
The old back porch.
Where's that old honeysuckle?
The holly tree's still there.
What that big honeysuckle
Wait a
bush
minute.
is on the back porch?
Wait a minute, something's wrong.
No, it's filming.
Okay. It's out of focus. It's out of focus again.
Well, it looks real blurry in the eyepiece, but it's really focused when you see the film.
No, it keeps going out of focus.
Drive on up.
Out Ross Street.
Gosh, I can't remember the names of the people who lived in these houses. I know Braggs lived on the end. She used to always give us a jar of honey every Halloween. And time is completely off on this film, but I don't have time to read it, so. You're on, Mom.
Hi, John. Hi, Mike. John.
We did this once before, Georgie, about 6 months ago, and I accidentally erased the tape, so we're going to try again. We're going to go...
I can't think of things to say.
Yeah, I have that problem, too. It's much easier on this end of the camera than... You know, that tape of Auntie and Uncle Mose's wedding anniversary has most of aunts and uncles. You know, Aunt Jo was there, and Uncle Gene, and so I have all them on tape. So I'm going to add this tape to that tape and send it to Georgie and Mike. And I have Wally and Ann and Ian and Natalie on that tape, too, from last summer. So she'll get a nice view of everybody.
Let me tell her about Chuck Cool's ex-wife.
Okay.
Well, there's a trial going on in Clarksburg now. Capucci or somebody, ahead of a drug ring, Rice State. And,
Mom, wait 1 second. I need to turn the TV down.
a couple of years ago. Never found any trace of them. So there's testimony through the trial that he killed them, put them in a barrel first, and took them out and fed them to the hogs. Isn't that awful?
Who's this guy?
Mary, Chuck Cool's ex-wife.
Yeah, but I mean, who's the guy they arrested?
Well, she married a mechanic.
Was he from Grafton?
No, Clarksburg. They're mixed up in that drug ring.
The drug ring, yeah.
They were mixed up in it, and it was a dispute over drugs.
So how long ago was he supposed to have killed them?
A couple of years.
And this all just came out in this drug trial that's going on
Yeah,
now?
they finally got him. And, of course, a lot of the ring now is testifying against him and others, so they'll get a light sentence.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it usually happens that way.
And so, but they said they couldn't prosecute unless they found the bodies. But if the hogs ate them, how are they going to find the bodies? Isn't that?
That's yuck. Would the hogs eat bones, too?
I don't think I'll eat pork anymore.
No, I don't think I will either. Recycled people. I'll sit. I could just... Would you have a pen or a pencil there, Mom? This might be too sharp.
There's pens, there's pencils, there's...
What?
We're gonna go.
Pockets pulled down.
We're gonna get ready and go up to the cemetery. Yeah, that'll work.
Hey, Red, I can get my pocketbook. You're younger than I am.
See if I can set this.
I watch Quincy.
I like to watch Quincy.
I don't
too.
like that other. I think Jenny still watches Santa Barbara.
Yeah,
It's a kooky thing.
she watches that.
And I watched it for a while. But I usually try to watch Quincy. You know, I learned some things on here I didn't know
Scott,
before.
stand right there. I don't have it on. I'm just trying to record, fix the time. Let's see. Hold on there. Okay, here we go. That's AM. Okay, this is PM, right? Wait a minute, let me see what that says. Wait a minute. You gotta stand there. I can't do it.
Like this.
No, your yellow shirt worked the best. Yeah, right there. It's not fuzzy. You can do it up there too. But just in case for some reason the battery fails, you can't sit in front of the light because it gets.
Does this look all right?
Mhm. I like you in red too, Mom. Sit in the chair.
I
Okay.
should take my dish out of here.
Tell Georgie you came down to visit me.
Tell Georgie that you went down to visit Margie.
Oh, yeah. I went down to visit Margie.
You went to the zoo.
Yeah, tell her everything you did. Well, not everything. I came up
Stayed for 8 days, rode the bike a lot.
Talking about my bike, Scotty, I had to have my wheel readjusted. No, it wasn't anything major. It's just from the weight. The spokes kind of got out of true, so they just took it in. They didn't charge me anything. I just don't know how to do that. They say you should let the experts do that anyway, adjust the spokes.
Wheel came loose.
The wheel come loose too? I didn't have the right crescent wrench to put that wheel, the bolt on real tight. So probably, I mean, you're bigger than I am.
Are you still
Filming?
filming and still talking?
Yeah.
That's good, Mark.
No, wait, Scott. Tell her about the zoo. What'd you like the best about the zoo?
I don't know.
The birds.
The birds.
We have hummingbirds coming here too.
You have hummingbirds out here?
Yeah.
Okay, Scott, I'll let you off the hook here, and you're gonna go
Wait till I
outside.
find my hat. Larry?
I don't know if we can reach outside. Scott, won't
I'll
you
take against the light.
bring
Made rounds over there. So I said, we're having a baby on the main side. I can't stay long. So Rosie, she's the old kid over there. She said, we're having a baby too. Or maybe more than one and several. I said, where? She says, come on, I have to show you. So they took me down into the bathroom where there's a big tub, you know, and stalls. And there in a box, they cut it out like a basket, laid a female cat just about ready to have kittens.
Oh, no.
Biggest cat I've ever seen. She must be going to have 10 or 12.
This is over in the nursing care section?
I said, Rosie, does a day shift know this? She says, no, I don't think so. I said, well, if anybody asks, nobody knows nothing. How this cat got in here, fixed this box. I said, what are you going to do with the kittens when they come? She says, well, if one's yellow, we're going to name it Ruth. So, but that cat, I reached down, laid there as contented as could be. I reached down, scratched her belly, and she says, meow.
Mom, you can't bring any of those kittens home.
I'm not. If one's yellow and it's named Ruth, it can't come down.
It can't come here.
No. And so I said, Rosie, how long? Well, see, it come up around. They'd been feeding it outside. And they were afraid to leave her out there. Kind of got a little cold last night.
And they're afraid she'd have trouble with the kittens.
And she's afraid she'd have the kittens out there in the cold. And they brought her in. I said, well, keep it a deep, dark secret. But I said, she's going to have at least 12, I know. So,
what are they going to do with all those little kittens when they get born there?
well, we're going to have to do something with them.
You know, a lot of the nursing homes now have, they have pets. They have a dog or a cat resident that stays there, and the residents, the people love them. You know, they found that it really benefits them.
I know it does, but they wouldn't.
They wouldn't allow it
They
up
would
there.
approve of that up here. I had to tell a couple when I went back over, like Jessica. She wouldn't squeal on us.
Good.
But I think that there's Monty.
Hey, now Monty is a girl, but you.
Oh, there comes Larry. He's a boy.
Okay.
Come here, Larry. Kitty, kitty.
I'll zoom in on him.
He's after something.
Now wait a minute. Is Larry the one that had all the kittens?
No, that was Motown.
Motown. And that's the one you thought was a male, and it turned out to be a female.
Yeah, and this one's a male.
Larry does?
Yes, and I put him out, and I wake up, and he slowly crawls, and he's sleeping right up on my arm again. And I throw him out of bed again, and I guess he got mad today and left. He hasn't been back since.
Got tired of being thrown out of bed.
Yeah.
Okay, Georgie, we're going to sign off for now.
Yeah. And that's why the tree's on each end of the lot.
Is that why they have the trees? Is Grandpa Weaver?
And Grandma died when I was a baby. Grandma Weaver. And but Grandpa lived till I was about
Any
10 or
sunglasses
11.
in the car, Margie?
And
No.
what's in the car?
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses.
And I could do no right. And my younger sister, Jo Clare, could do no wrong. Anything happened, I was blamed for it according to Grandpa.
Sit in the shade, Scott.
And
Sit in the shade.
and
So you remember them a lot. You weren't too young to...
I was too young, but I was Grandma's favorite, they said, when I was a baby. But Grandpa, Jo Clare was his favorite.
And did Grandma and Grandpa Weaver live with Mama and Papa for a while?
Until they died.
Was that over on Ross Street or?
Yes. And
It's 241 Ross Street. Now let's see, where's Grandma Weaver's grave? Right.
Mary Weaver, right next to you.
Let me get that on.
And Henry Morgan Weaver.
Weaver, 1845 to 1920. And see who?
Great grandmother.
Sure, Scotty's great-grandmother, our great-grandmother.
1920.
And Harry M. Weaver, 1848 to 1928. So Grandma Weaver died first.
Yes,
Any of these plots left for us?
Yes.
And
There's
of course, here's Dad's. There's Mom's.
no, wait, let's see. Mammal's has the flowers in front.
Flowers.
Scott, I want you to move those flowers. Get a. And it says, Mom, Georgia Wright. I thought Mammal's middle name was Georgiana.
Her name was Arminda Georgia Wright.
Arminda.
Weaver Wright.
Arminda.
Arminda.
Manda or Armanda?
Arminda.
Georgia Wright. Gosh, she had a big name.
Yeah. Armanda and Arminda are coming back. A lot of people are naming children those old names now.
Those are pretty names. I'd never really heard them before. And what were her sisters' names? It was Clola?
Lily was one.
She was 92 when she died?
Yeah. And
Let's see, who's next?
that's my oldest brother, Paul.
No, wait, this is Papa's grave right here.
Right here.
Scott, can you brush that off a little bit and let's see if we can... And read what it says on there.
William C. Wright, private, CO, Division 1.
West Virginia.
Spanish region.
Right.
American War, August 1st, 1877.
I remember Dad telling this tale of the West Virginia snakes.
What was 1956, the year he died? What was that, Mom?
In the Spanish-American War. They were captured, but the West Virginia snakes crawled out.
That's what the West Virginia region was called? West Virginia snakes?
No.
No.
The West Virginia something, but they called them the West Virginia snakes then, because they managed to tunnel their way out. And Dad had broad shoulders, and he held the whole line up till he got out too.
Wow.
Then they all followed.
Now this is before he was married that he was in. So he must have been like 18,
About
19.
18, yeah.
And
The
where
only
was?
ones who got away were the West Virginia crowd.
Huh. Where was he at? What?
I don't remember, but it was the Spanish-American War, and they were captured. And a lot of them were captured. But the West Virginia bunch tunneled out to come back and fight again.
They did the best. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Now, see, this is Paul's
And
grave.
this is my oldest brother, Paul. He died in 71. And his wife, Louise, she died in 73.
And now there's 2 more grave sites up here that
There's
are...
supposed to be one for me if I want it.
That's what Aunt Jenny said. That's,
Yeah.
And Scotty, too. Scotty probably will be long gone from here whenever,
Yeah.
you know, his time comes. Hey, what? Go ahead.
I don't particularly want to be buried up here.
You don't?
I want cremated, and I want my ashes scattered over Canaan Valley.
Canaan Valley? Okay, well, remember that. Scott, you remember that? Scotty, you know what?
What?
I hope you're not pulling poison ivy out of there.
Okay. And my friend, that is poison ivy.
Scotty, no.
I don't catch it.
You'll catch
I
it.
don't catch it.
Believe me, you'll catch it doing that. You put that down. Drop that.
Poison ivy.
Scotty, drop that. You'll have poison ivy.
But there's poison ivy in that.
Scott, there's poison ivy in it. Please
We're
don't.
all coming up next week.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can come up next week and bring your gloves. Now put that down, put that down. You know why? Because I get poison ivy.
I don't know what's happened to these trees.
Well, just drop it. Because see, what happens is, if you don't get it, you'll put the poison ivy oil all over the car, and I'll sit there and I'll get it.
And I pulled all that poison ivy up around the house.
I'm going to see if you get
So
this
he
poison
wouldn't-
ivy.
I won't get it.
George and I